Hey y'all. I didn't realize last time that I needed to actually show my Google Ads and my Google Analytics and such. So here's my final presentation, take two. Um, so this is my website. It's Intrinsic Design Studio. I'm a branding company, graphic design and logo design, that kind of stuff. This is my homepage, and it just kind of talks about why branding is important. You'll notice at the end of or at the bottom of each of my pages, I have my contact information because that's the best way for somebody to work with me is to just contact me directly. Um, my next page is my about page. You may have to bear with me. I live out in the middle of nowhere and don't have the greatest internet. But the About Me page is just exactly what you think it is. It's about me. I feel like branding is a very personalized experience because each company is different, and um, I feel like knowing who you're working with is important when you're doing something so personal. My next page is my portfolio. It's not an all-encompassing portfolio. I do have other designs for other companies that I've done, but um, this is all I had time for this class, and it's just it's got the logo that I designed, and then a little about the company or the person that I designed it for. So that's just the portfolio. I think the most important page on my website is this Work With Me page. It it goes through the process of how to get started working with me, the process of what it takes to brand your company, um, and such. And so it just talks a little about that and then about the different package ideas and then how to get a hold of me, of course, again. The last page is my shop page. I only have this on there because we had to have something that you could buy on the website or an affiliate or whatever. Hmm, there they are. I was like, my buttons weren't loading. These were just honestly, there's some recycled images that I've had. This is just some things that I've had to do for graphic design classes or some pre things for customers, just different things like that. So it's something that somebody could technically buy right now. When this class is over, I do plan on perhaps losing the shop page or changing it perhaps to a gallery of just different icons that are recycled, um, that can give people ideas of my work, but also of ideas that they might be interested for their own logos. So that's my website. That's what the business is. Um, that being said, I learned a lot in this semester about um, advertising, and that was my goal, was online advertising, not actually for this business. I'm not going to continue my Google Ads with this business, but I had hoped to learn for our family's main source of income, which is our roofing company. I'd like to take over that aspect, because there's a lot of money in just having Google Ads done for you by other companies. Um, and so I learned a lot that I can apply. I had wanted to actually do that for this class, but it was too localized and I couldn't have any kind of affiliate or shopping option, because roofs are very unique and you have to actually go give a singleized estimate. Um, but I will go over my Google Ads for this. For the time that it was ran, I did manage to get 29 clicks and I got almost 2,000 impressions. Um, I know my cost per click is more than some people's cost per click, but it's because graphic design. I think just like he had mentioned that if you were a lawyer, of course your cost per click is going to be a lot higher than other things, and so it just had to do with that. I think I would have actually had more impressions and clicks if I were willing to spend more, because if you look, um, well, if I went over to my campaigns and such, it does tell me that there were different times a day and things like that um, the cost per clicks were just too low. Um, and so, and I did have a couple different ad groups. I'll show you that. I had these two different ad groups, custom logo and then branding. I paused the branding one for a while. If you notice, it didn't have as much attention. And so it may have had to do with my maximum pay per click. But I actually did get more impressions when I added some more ad campaigns and keywords to that, and I had reactivated that ad group as well when I changed a few things as I learned through this class. And so I did have my two different ones. The custom logo did seem to pull in the most, and in fact, when I go in and look at my keywords and such, that was custom logo was one of the biggest keywords that brought customers in. So that was neat to be able to learn them things. And I've already started applying them to the roofing, so that's been interesting. The analytics, I thought I'd show this homepage about the differences in users and things. I found it really interesting. I have gone in and looked at different demographics. Um, I had in with my Google Ads and such, I had it that I was just, looking for the United States, and I thought it was interesting that I did actually manage to get a few others from different countries as far as visits to the site, and so I thought that was kind of interesting to be honest. But most of them were from the United States where I was focusing my ad campaign. Um, so I have learned a lot. I found it really interesting, and I'm really excited to use this in our roofing company. Um, the learning, who's looking at it, what they're looking at it on, and such, so that I can make sure to cater to that and hopefully gain more conversions from our web advertisement and our website um, in that company. I am going to keep this company open and such, but I don't think I'm going to worry about as much Google ads. Um, I'll build up the organic side of the website, and I think I might use Pinterest and maybe some Instagram or Facebook to do a little bit of advertising and such for this company. I do love graphic design. I would love for this to be a bigger source of our income eventually, but circumstances right now don't allow me to focus solely on this, and it would need more attention if I wanted it to be built real big. So um, yeah, so that's my final presentation with the website and the Google stuff. Um, I did enjoy this class, and I feel like I learned a lot that's going to be very useful. So thank y'all and good luck.